G'day all. Today I'll be running through the Alternator upgrade on my big Suzuki Sierra. If you haven't seen the walk around video, this is a little mod I've done since then. So this is the G16B motor, and this is a EF-EL Ford Falcon alternator. Puts out 100 amps. I'm not sure if this is the same conversion on the G13 series motor. They do run a V-belt, so you have to change the two pulleys, water pump and the one down below. But yeah, the G16 runs the pin style pulleys. So yeah, first of all, had to modify this bracket. Had to grind out a little bit underneath, not much, you know, just a bit through there. Had to make this bracket here. Just a little bit of angle with some holes drilled in it, nothing serious. It's really tight in between there, between the block and the alternator. Had to snipe a little bit out of there too. It's running a, what is it? It's a 4PK 810, I believe. Yeah, 4PK 810 belt. So with the belt, it's all a bit of preference. It all depends on how much adjustment you have in this bracket. You can fit the 825 or the 820. I did attempt the 800, but it was too short. So yeah, the 800 worked quite well. I've also upgraded the cable that runs from the back of the alternator to the battery. I think it's 100. It's good for 100 amp, or sorry, 120 maybe. And I've put an inline fuse here. 100 amp inline fuse, and then that leads to the battery. So yeah, it's always safe. I carry a spare fuse in the car. It should never ever put out 100. There'll be no need for it to put out that much. I've also installed a volt gauge inside the car. She charges it around 14.5, which isn't too high. I think sometimes it jumps up to almost 15, but yeah, it wouldn't go past 15. It's quite well regulated. It sort of knows what it can send and doesn't oversend, which is good. But yeah, good mod to do, that's for sure, if you're running lots of lights or running a fridge. Also, since the restoration, I've ditched one of the seats. I've got my fridge permanently in the back now. It's not always plugged in, but when I decide to take the Suzuki out, I'll plug it in. So other than the little bracket you have to make at the top, here's the mounting from underneath. This bracket here, you have to take off and re-drill the holes bigger and tap them. I think there's an M10 and an M10 bolt in there. Otherwise you'll have slop in the alternator versus the bracket, because this alternator comes with like 10mm holes. So it's not something you have to do, but it sort of just makes sense, so you don't have so much play in there. So yeah, drill these two holes out and tap them to an M10. Don't worry about this being a 6-pin belt. That's more to run the 6-pin gearing on all the Falcon stuff. So it runs fine running on the 4 belt. It doesn't squeal. Yeah, that's the 6-pin is more for the pushing end, like the driving side from the crank and yeah, the water pump and all that anyways. But awesome mod to do. I hope this has helped. Let me know if you have any other questions. I do attempt on doing the conversion onto my carry as well. That's the G13. So might do that in time. Also, since I shot the walk around video, I picked up this little beast, Suzuki Sierra F10 1982 with a Corolla motor in it. It's registered, which is the main thing. It registered, it runs. So yeah, that's going to be my next little project. Needs a bit of love, but it's had some love. Just need to finish it off. Yeah, keen as a bean to get started on that. But back to the alternator. Let me know if you need a hand. Hopefully it works out easy. It is a real tight fit. Like, everything's quite snug. It all depends on how you've run your hoses and cables and that, but it fits and it's a good conversion. So yeah, EK Ford Falcon, I think they're 1998 series. Only cost me $200. I get it stock price. But yeah, do it. Good conversion to do. One last thing I did forget is the cable. The plug in the back there, you just have to source that from Coventry's or whatever, whoever your provider is of that typical electrical stuff. Solder in your new plug, straightforward. It's only a 2-wire plug, and the Falcon is also just a 2-pin as well, so it's straightforward as. So yeah, the plug at the back, and upgrade your cable for sure.